Ooh, nothing like starting the video with an alert. That's Chris Burgess, by the way. Chris, he's asking me how I felt about Captain Marvel. I said, you'll have to wait for the review. I'm recording it now. There's a ding. So, hi,
Do
Chris.
I stress you out? My sweater is on backwards and inside out, and you say, how appropriate.
My best Alanis Morissette
I
dance.
don't want to dissect everything today.
Anyway, what's going on, cow folks? Welcome to the year 2019 and the very first episode of this week's bullshit. We got a wonderful CBM season ahead of us. I mean, they're coming right after another for the next couple of months. We got Shazam's coming out, Godzilla's coming out, Endgame's coming out. There's more, I know, but that's just a sneak peek of the next couple of months. But anyway, let me review this movie. I went and saw Captain Marvel this weekend, and I have to say I was a little bit disappointed. Not 100% disappointed, and I feel like when I talk to people about this, they just assume that I hate the movie, but I didn't really hate it. I think I could be talked into hating it. And the more I talk to people about it, the more it bothers me. But nothing, whatever. The moral of the story, quick review, guys. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I'm like, you reel it in and then spit it out. And then I'm frustrated by your empathy. Alright, that's enough, Alanis. Alright, so how do we begin this? By cheersing, everybody. It's spring. Spring has sprung, and it doesn't look like winter's coming back down here at the shore. So excited about that. We got more daylight, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Alright, so anyway, Captain Marvel. Usually I would say what I liked and what I didn't like about the movie, but I think there was more I didn't like than I did like, so I think we'll just go ahead and say I was bored through the first spoilers. By the way, just so you know, I'm going to spoil the shit out of this fucking movie. Because I don't feel like, dancing around what I'm trying to talk about. So until they reached the cloak ship, I would say that the movie was pretty freaking slow up until that point, and there was even a point where I was like, wow, this is so slow. I'm almost thinking about leaving. I'm almost thinking about leaving this. I'm almost thinking about walking out. That's how boring it was for me. The first half of the film just really dragged. It wasn't gripping. It didn't grip me at all. So, but I hung in there, and the second half of the movie was indeed good. It was worth watching. I enjoyed a lot of the aspects of the second half of the movie, and they really started to come to life. Couple things in there. All right, so Coulson and Fury. All right, Fury was great. It was good to see him. He's younger. Not that much Coulson though. So, and his hair bugged me almost as much as fucking the Superman stash in Justice League. But no, nothing was that bad. But I'm just saying. And every time I was looking, I was like, look at the hair. Like, I couldn't look at anything else. I couldn't tell you what Coulson's face looked like younger because I kept on looking up at that head. But anyway, Cat's got your eye though. Come on now. You might as well have just left Nick Fury's eye alone and fucking left it a mystery. It was better off at that point. I think it was better off being a mystery than it was, having a cat do it. But so no, on that one. I think another part that bothered me was, look, Ma, I can fly. No, seriously. Brie Larson's fallen to the earth, and she's, all of a sudden realizes that she doesn't have to fall. She's like, wait a second, I don't have to fall. I've got like fucking powers and shit. I can fly. But I would think that discovering that you can fly would be a more significant moment for a fighter pilot in the Air Force. That's just me. Whatever. Larson was good though. Listen, Larson was a good actress. I think she did the best that she could with what she was given. I just don't believe that she was given enough meat to her character. I don't think I'm not any more enlightened now as to who Captain Marvel is as a hero as I was before I went into the movie. Let me put it that way. But hopefully, anyway, the Russos and the writers, Marcus and McFeely, will grab a hold of her character and do some fucking cool ass shit like they've done with all the rest of the fucking characters in the MCU, including Spider-Man. So I'm not worried too much about it. So I don't know. Like I said, this is going to be a quick review. I don't have much to say on the whole subject. I didn't like it that much. All right, I didn't hate it. and I'll probably watch it again for this or that. I was okay with some of the stuff that other people had problems with. I think that somebody mentioned to me that they had a problem with overuse of the Tesseract, and I don't. That doesn't bother me that much. I mean, if Captain Marvel can snatch powers from the Tesseract the way that Wanda was infected by the Mind Stone, she's one of the more powerful freaking Avengers out there. It just makes sense that her great strength came from a Soul Stone or so freaking Infinity Stone. So so I really don't have any problems with that. They didn't capture 90s that much. I thought that they kind of grabbed up a bunch of best of songs and threw them at us. The only Nine Inch Nails was represented on a T-shirt, but the only Seattle, the only grunge motherfuckers. The Nine Inch Nails wasn't from Seattle, from L.A., but the only Seattle representation in this film was Nirvana, "Come As You Are," and as far as I'm concerned, if you're gonna put grunge in a movie, all right, let me put it this way. As far as the way that James Gunn selected his songs for Guardians of the Galaxy was the exact opposite approach that they took for this movie. They took the most popular songs that they could pick and threw them at us. Whereas James Gunn, when he was picking his 80s or 70s/80s soundtrack, he was picking songs that maybe a bunch of people never heard before, and kind of got them into it. This one these are pre-established songs. There's not a song on the soundtrack that you're not going to recognize. You're gonna know it. So I don't know. I would have had definitely some Alice in Chains, some Stone Temple Pilots, some Pearl Jam, some whatever. So this is also speaking to TLC fucking Brandy and Monica. There's a fucking shit. House of Pain is out there too. There's a fucking ton. There's just a ton that they could have picked from. And as far as I was concerned, the mood and the vibe and everything that you were feeling, I didn't feel like I was in the 90s. Hell, we could have been in Alaska for all I knew. I think I already told this joke to other people, but I'm perfecting it. Goddammit, we could have dropped this in Alaska. What the fuck? Except it was warmer. Whatever. Why does Alaska still have a Blockbuster? I really wanted to spend a week in Alaska just to see what life is like. Like, people just go to Blockbusters and they spend the hour and a half that I used to spend in there, like looking at all the same movies that I've looked at like 5 million times. That's Blockbuster to a T. You let's go get a movie. You go excited. You go in there. You look at the new releases. Then you go back over the old ones, and then you just pace back and forth and back and forth, and you pick up thousands of movies and just looking at them. No, not tonight. No, this isn't good enough for tonight. No, this is not good enough for tonight. Spend your whole fucking night there. But no, that's all I gotta say about it. I'm looking forward to Shazam. That's another month. Boy, I'm glad that Shazam got to change their name to Shazam, and they're not still Captain Marvel, because that would have been a little bit confusing. But anyway, yeah, I mean, probably should have sprinkled her in a team up instead of all right, listen, here's the bottom line here. I'm not a sexist because I didn't like Mrs. Marvel. I love Wonder Woman, and I actually liked the Wonder Woman movie in spite of the fact that it wasn't perfect, because it was Wonder Woman. But I loved her lore. Can't say the same about can't say the same about Danvers. I never really was very, very excited about her to begin with, and this movie did absolutely nothing to pique my interest. But yeah, I guess if I had to really, really sum it up in one sentence, I think I've done it before on multiple threads. Say it was boring about halfway through, and when it didn't get boring, the excitement didn't make up for the boring. So so I didn't enjoy it. It is what it is. And that doesn't make me a sexist. It doesn't make me a fucking right wing this or a left wing that or anything like that. It just makes me a guy who went and saw a movie, didn't like it. That's all there is to it. There's nothing much on it. I don't hate people who like this movie. I don't care. I don't give a shit if you like this movie or not. I don't care if you didn't like this movie or not. It is what it is. We're just we're just a bunch of dudes that watch stuff. We're just a bunch of guys. Apparently, I'm a 47-year-old male, white male, and I should not watch A Wrinkle in Time. Good to know. I hadn't seen it yet. I hadn't planned on seeing it, but now that I know that the movie's not made for me, I guess I can spare myself the 2 hours. A wrinkle. I don't know what the runtime is on A Wrinkle in Time, but it's a little jab at you there. By the way, take some notes from Gal Gadot. Say what you want about Gal Gadot, but they went after her tits. They went after her acting. They went after, the body that she had. She just wasn't right for the role. They went after everything that you could possibly think of about Gal Gadot. But what did she do? She embraced the lightest part of the internet. She went after the kids that were really, really looking up to her, and she embraced, being that role, So Captain Marvel's going to movie theaters. She's done a good job so far, but get out there and make some good press for yourself. Don't try not to get caught, in a quote machine. Basically, treat it like you're a New York Knick and you're lining up to the New York media after a big loss. Don't get that quote that the New York Post is looking for. Be a good girl. Go out there, do inspirational stuff. You have the power now to do inspirational stuff. You can inspire. You can inspire now. So if I have a message for her, that's it. Inspire. Don't bitch. Inspire. That's all I got to say about that. Do something good for yourself. Do something good for somebody else. I love you all. Peace. I'm still going. I'm still